Hi there. Hi, this is Ravenhawk from FastWorkingLovespells.com, and today I want to talk about energy and why we need love spells, why we go to spellcasters, why we look for them, why we seek alternative energy healing. We go straight to the source instead of treating the symptoms, which is the physical body. The physical body is just a symptom of spirit. This here is just a symptom of spirit. So if you start treat the spirit first, and then the body changes. Well, why do we go to spellcasters? Why do people come to me? Because there's a problem. Things used to be one way, then they ceased to be. Something else transformed. Behavioral patterns changed. The way of doing things changed. Modes of communication changed. Frequency of communication changed. Less seeing eye to eye. More argumentative, defensiveness, and that's from both parties, not just one. Because my grandfather had a saying. He used to always tell me there's always three sides to any story. There's your side, my side, and then there's the right side. Because at no time at all, one of us can be 100% right. Because we all have a different version. We see it one way, the other person see it the other way. So there's my version of it, his or her version of it, then the way it actually happened. So again, why do we need spells? Why do we go to spellcasters? Because things are now going the way it used to be. Now, I've said this before. This is another video of when you're waiting for results. When you're waiting for results, because of spells, when you come to me and you send me the information required and you make a payment, um, as for any genuine spellcaster, we're not Harry Potter. We don't have a magic wand. We can't wave a wand and a rabbit just comes out of a hat. I wish we could, but we all can't be David Blaine. So things need to change on an energetic level. Now, these two energies, something, happy, go lucky, feeling good, something started to change in this one. It's waver. Now, we can stop the wavering and make it steady again. But what a spell does is get to the bottom of why it started to waver in the first place. See, sometimes when you have to wait for results, there's a reason why. There's a deeper reason why. Because the person is not just going through a physical transformation. Remember, physical is just a result of spirit. It's just a physical manifestation. It's just like when you eat, like when you're a kid and you eat too many candy, you get a rash, you get a breakout, you get pimples. It's just a pimple, basically. We're basically pimples of spirit, if you want to call us that, to put it, I have a weird sense of humor. We're pimples of spirit. So if you want things to go right, when the energy starts to waver, this one is panicking now, this one is wavering. Yes, we can straighten it out and make it go like that. But let's get to the root of why it started to waver, why it started to shake, why it started to go bad. So this is why sometimes some people have a longer wait, because this person has to go through a transformation. Now, I'm going to say this, and a lot of spellcasters are not going to tell you this up front. There's no such thing as a guarantee when it comes to spell work. Why? Because 98% of the time it's up to us, but there's that 2% that the universe has a mind of its own. It's an intelligent thinking thing. We're just derived from it. So no matter how smart we think we are, we're just a tiny drop in that ocean. The smartest person, and the smartest person that we know of in modern day, well, is it would be Einstein, because people refers to him a lot, and he had, you listen to the man's quotes. He always said there's more in heaven, between heaven and earth than that can meet the eye. He knew there's a force, a power. He said all he ever did was ask questions. That's how he learned things. He just asked questions. He just liked to question things. See an alternative method, see a different way of doing things. It's the same thing with this. That 2%, sometimes the universe has a different plan for this person. Now, in my opinion, and from what I see, you do get results. Most people get results. But the timing might not be exactly when they want it. I might say, for example, 21 days. But it could take some people as much as 2 months before they start to see any changes. One of the things to note, and these are for my clients especially, once you see the person starts to make changes, there's this metamorphosing that's happening. The changes. The person is not going to come out exactly the way they were before. And that's good. It's not bad. That's good. Because then you're hardly likely to get back into the same position of what caused the wavering in the first place to recur again. So, got to be prepared for that. You're going to get a different person, a new way of thinking, a new way of acting, a new way of behaving, a new way of conversing, a new brand new ideas. And sometimes clients, when they get to this stage, they don't like it because they wanted the person they had before exactly the way they were before, tied up in a nice little bundle. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that because the process they have to go through is a personal change. And with that change means one thing. The word is growth. You grow through it. And you're not going to come out exactly the same. So this person here came to me and requested a spell, whether it's a healing, a love healing, a binding, a reuniting, a cross love spell, it doesn't matter what. We'll have to be prepared. There are going to be some changes. And sometimes the client is not ready for these changes. But there are going to be some changes. And I'm not the same person I was yesterday. And if one person listens to this recording, if they're really honest with themselves, they will know that at the time that they're going to listen to it, they will not be the person they were the day before. Something will have changed. Some thought would have been added, or some thought would have been taken away, or something rearranged, a different idea or version of a particular thought. Something will have shifted in their head. So, with that in mind, how energy works is that your energy changes, it transforms, and there are going to be some subtle differences and sometimes not so subtle differences in the person. It's going to be for the positive, but this is where the client will have to loosen up a little, lighten up a little, and understand that the changes has changed this person, not for the worse, but for the better. So they're not going to be 100% the way they were before. Just bear that in mind. And the universe is sneaky and smart because what it's doing at the same time is changing the client as well. Because as the client is now watching this person transforms, they're going through it with them. Maybe this person is not aware, but they're going through because they're watching them now, waiting for that result to come. So they have them under a type of scrutiny. They have them under a type of scrutiny. And what they're doing also is that they're changing as well. Some people, most people don't like changes. They're simply unwilling to make changes, to allow changes to occur in their lives. So what we do, since energy is always shifting, it's never stagnant. If we don't want to allow ourselves to move forward, we're going to get into crap because it's not stagnant. So it's either you're moving forward or you're moving backwards, or you're going sideways on some path that you don't want to go down. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. But if you move forward with purpose, with intent, put some elbow grease, be prepared for the disappointments, be prepared for whatever it takes, the hurts, the heartaches, the fears, and you put a little bit of effort into moving forward, you're going to get where you're going and beyond. No doubt. You're going to get where you're going and beyond. But getting back to this part here, I know I'm all over the place, but when I start talking energy, my mind just goes, there's a lot of information I have in my head. And the person will be changing, but they're not going to be exactly the way you had them before. You're going to get a better version of them because the universe or the spell work is going to start at a level where it tackles the reason that this wavering started in the first place. Because if it just stables itself and it comes, it'll start to shake again. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's like imagine you have a big cruise ship coming. Cruise ship is decided to come to a certain port in a certain country, and the ship is this big, and where it has to go is it has to. Well, it's just barely that, so it has to maneuver, and it'll take like about 8 hours to fit itself in there. It's not going to work. You need to make some adjustments. You need to make some adjustments. So this is what it does. It'll make adjustments from a spiritual level. It'll make so the person, you will get your results, but it's going to be a better version of what you had before. And again, some clients are not going to like that adjustment period of making that birth a little wider. You're going to have to make some changes. If you want progress, you got to go with the flow, accept the changes, and roll with it. Remember, at the end of the day, it's for the best. It's for the better. It's a better for you and better for the loved one. The relationship will get better because what caused the problems before is going to be hardly likely to cause it again. And as you both grow through this wavering period, your awareness gets wider, your understanding gets deeper, your love for each other gets deeper, and the relationship becomes more solid. So expect some differences, subtle and sometimes not so subtle. So just think about that while you're waiting for results, please. This is Ravenhawk again from fastworkinglovespells.com, and my email address is ravens with an S, pure PURE LOVE, spells with an S at gmail.com. Thank you. Peace out.